Hello, my name is Brian Hughes, also known as DJ B Money. I'm a sales engineer here at Sweetwater, and I'm happy to introduce the brand new Technics SL-1200MK7. The original 1200 is probably one of the most famous DJ tools in the history of the culture, used by DJs all over the world. This is Technics' foray back into that market after a 10-year hiatus. Some of the features that set this turntable apart: you have dip switches underneath the platter, which allow you to adjust the torque on the direct drive motor, so you can get way more versatility out of the turntable. You can get up to 78 RPM by setting a dip switch, which allows you to essentially combine both the 33 and 45 RPM buttons. That gets you 78 RPM on either of these turntables. And you can also set the platter to play backwards by pressing the 33 RPM button and the start-stop button together, like so. You can also modify it to customize the strobe lighting on the turntable, which is great. You can switch between blue and red. You also have an included slip mat with a little slick underneath. It kind of helps for turntablists. Need to get that backspin in there dialed in pretty well. That helps. It also comes with the traditional Technics head shell without the cartridge, so you will have to add that on if you're making that purchase. Another thing that I really love about it is the fact that now all the cabling is removable and replaceable. So you can replace the ground wire if it gets worn after too much time. You can also customize or upgrade your RCA cabling to gold jacks or Mogamis, jumpers, whatever you prefer, to a higher quality cable to increase the fidelity. Obviously, those are all great changes to the original turntable, which all had fixed cabling that was attached to the body. Made it a lot more complicated to do upgrades on your cabling if you needed to. One of the great things I love about the pitch control on this turntable is the fact that it's pretty much been up to ×2, which helps with more complicated mixing. If you have different records that you're maybe looking to sample, having the variable speed from 78 RPM all the way up to +8 to +16, and then -8, -16 gives you a lot of different versatility in terms of how they can be used. Whether you're DJing and just doing a lot of crazy experimental stuff in terms of your mixes, you can get away with just about anything with these pitch controls. Another great thing is the reset buttons on the pitch control. So if you lose your mix, or if you find yourself trying to get the pitch reset, all you have to do is simply hit a button. No more moving the fader to try to catch up to where you need to be, which is awesome. I also really just love the fact that with the dip switches, you can make so many great adjustments in terms of the start-stop buttons, the brakes. Those are always great. If you're a turntablist and you like to battle and you have different ways you want to incorporate the way you start and stop the record, if you need a quick stop in the middle of your routine, you can set it that way and make sure that it stops exactly the way you want on time. You still have the sockets here, which can be used to store an additional cartridge if you need. Just set it up just like that if you like. This is a staple. This is definitely the turntable everyone goes to when it comes to DJing, auditioning records. Most record stores you go to have them. I believe in Japan at one point it outsold guitars as the go-to instrument for a long time through the 90s. So essentially it's just like your traditional old school Technique, just a little bit better. I personally have used these turntables for years, and I think this is a great turntable for anyone who just wants to listen to music at home or is a gigging DJ that goes out and does a lot of gigs. anyone can enjoy these turntables and have a great time with them. It's a staple to any DJ rig to have a pair of turntables, and these to me are the quintessential pieces to own. And I believe Technics bringing these back out in the way that they have is just a great thing. And if you have any more questions about the Technics SL-1200, you can contact your sales engineer and we'll be happy to help.